Hello, beautiful parents. Welcome to the next episode on harmony. I thought for this episode, what would be helpful for you and for me is to take a step back because in the last couple of episodes, I have had a lot of fun zooming in on some particular aspect of harmony. And what I want to do is step back into a view that says, why is this important? What are we really doing here? Because harmony, yeah, that's all great. Everybody likes listening to um, music that's in harmony versus out of tune, out of harmony. And I am going to use music as a bit of a metaphor, both for this episode and even the next. So, first, I want to talk about really the philosophy of relational parents. And I know this isn't the first time, maybe, but when we have repeating struggles with our kids, a lot of times we already know the dance, right? Like we already know what they're going to do, they already know what we're going to do. And so we kind of fall into a pattern that is um, easy and automatic. It's not maybe fun, it's not maybe helpful, but it's easy and it's automatic. And when we fall into that, we have bypassed two pieces. We're just trying to slam in an answer. We're trying to guide them and get it all done and over with and get to sort of stillness. And that's usually not a very harmonious process, the way I described it, right? So, what if we could sort of back up from telling them what to do? It would be really helpful if we connected with them first, if they felt connection from us. The real challenge is, and this is the challenge that almost no one, like very few people are talking about, and very few people are interested in going here because nobody's talking about it and there's not an immediate gratification. It's a little bit of an investment of energy. Before we can really connect to our kids, we have to harmonize within ourselves. We have to be connected to ourselves. And that can look a lot of different ways in a lot of different moments. And what I'm going to do, I'd love to share an analogy of music with you, and then we'll come back and we'll apply it to us as a parent. And I apologize for the noise here. There's just some life happening around me, and the windows are so beautiful. I can't close all the windows. It's such beautiful spring weather these days. So we're going to go to music. So if you've ever played an instrument, if you have a child who plays a musical instrument, if you've ever been to a live concert with an orchestra or a band, right? Before they start playing together, they make sure they're in tune. They make sure they're in tune with each other. And if you ever played and before you even practice, you make sure your instrument is in tune, right? And so if you're at a concert, you'll sometimes see before they start playing, the first violin will sound C. That's like the tuning C. And then everyone else will kind of listen to, oh, that's the sound. Am I, am I flat? Am I sharp? Whatever that is. And let's get in tune. So we're all in this nice harmony and all of our instruments are in tune. So pulling back from connecting with our child, it's very difficult to connect with our child if we are not at some level of internal harmony within ourselves. And there are so many ways to achieve this, to do this, to cultivate this. Um, but I know probably for most of you are thinking, well, but if I'm in the middle of like, it's going to be a struggle or it's not going to be a struggle, how do I harmonize then? Because I already have my pattern is already very well worn. Okay. And so how can I harmonize in the moment? So I want to offer you two things here. Two things. One is to just check in with yourself. Just bring some awareness to your internal state. What is happening inside you? Just awareness, not trying to change anything. Okay, awareness. And sometimes our internal state will be such that, oh, wow, I'm aware I have like some serious rage and anger going on. I think I need to go somewhere and like decompress or get in a better state before I engage any further. Sometimes though, we can bring awareness and like, oh, I see what I'm trying to do here. I see how that's not helpful. And that's where the second step comes in. If you bring in the awareness and you can stay with that moment, you can ask yourself a question. And the questions that we ask ourselves are very, very important. It used to be that I was only asking questions, not even of myself. It would have been like, why can't they listen to me? Like, how many times do I have to say this? What's wrong with them? Right? Those would be the questions I would ask myself. And in my worst moments, those would be some of the questions that I would ask out loud. Okay. And we've all had moments. However, if you catch yourself and you bring awareness to, oh, I'm tight. Okay. What's a better question for me to ask myself? Could be, what am I not getting about this? Or what am I not seeing? Or what's another perspective? All of those what questions as opposed to why questions, okay? Those what questions can be very, very helpful, just giving you a little bit more space to connect, to harmonize a little bit here first so that you can bring that better tuned instrument to the next instrument that you're playing with. Maybe literally, maybe figuratively, your child, right? And then there can be some guidance from there if that's necessary. So let me know. I would love to know your thoughts on this. There's so many ways for us to connect. If you are getting emails from me, you can hit reply. If you're in the private Facebook group, Relational Parents, you can post in there, ask me a question, let me know what came up for you. And if you're not yet in either of those places, you can go to the website and connect with me there, relationalparents.org. And you can send me an email right from there. So I look forward to hearing about what this brought up with you and even more about your experiences and maybe challenges with implementation because we all have them. And I would love to support you. Okay, until next time, bye for now.